Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving the recap of UFC 324. It literally just ended like maybe 5-10 minutes ago. This card had some rough spots, but for the most part was fucking amazing. I want to start off with the main event because this just happened, and this fight was phenomenal. This fight was this fight was awesome. Um, I picked Paddy Pimblett to win. That did not happen. Justin Gaethje would win 48-47 on one scorecard, and the other two would be 49-46. Um, this was not the way I thought it was going to go at all. I thought I thought Paddy Pimblett was going to try to go for more takedowns. I know Paddy Pimblett isn't known for the wrestling part of the grappling realm, more of just the jiu-jitsu part. But he didn't really even try to take him down at all. He was fine with it being like a striking matchup. And the whole thought process was if it was a striking matchup that Justin Gaethje would be able to do enough. And that's exactly what happened. But the way that he did it was not the way I thought it would if he was to win. Justin Gaethje just said fuck no to leg kicks. Like, he didn't care. He wasn't checking them. Patty fucking threw so many low kicks. And Gaethje never was even like, he never cared. He was like, go ahead, hit me. Hit my leg. I don't care. And Gaethje's known for this, like, he's one of the best leg kickers in the UFC, and he's just like, I'm not doing it the first 3 rounds. Which is like, why not? Why wouldn't you? But he had a whole game plan kind of this whole week, which was like, I'm going to just walk him down. All the champions walk down their opponents. I'm just going to walk him down. And you saw that immediately. He wasn't doing that twitchiness that he kind of was against Fazeev. He was more so just laid back. He didn't care to the kick. This was a pure boxing Justin Gaethje. He did not care about anything else, really. He did the once in a while takedown for just like to get his energy back. Really, it wasn't fully like he wasn't doing anything with it. But yeah, so it was just Justin Gaethje just being like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna see if you can take my power, because not a lot of people can. And fair play to Paddy Pimblett. He was able to take the power. He did get fucked up from time to time. Let's see the total strikes. 200 for Justin Gaethje to 170. 64%. I don't. Once again, we don't know if this is fully like accurate. It's just what they're telling us. But that's basically how it was. I mean, Paddy went 0 for 5 on takedowns. Gaethje went 3 for 3, but the takedowns didn't really do anything. But it was just Gaethje, like, it was the tale of two fights. If the fight was inside, the center of the octagon, Paddy Pimblett was piecing up Justin Gaethje for the most part. And even the Trevor Whitman, Justin Gaethje's cornerman was like, yo, you can't be in the center of the octagon because you're not gonna win. So that was one part of the fight, and the other part of the fight which is Justin Gaethje just being like, you know what, Paddy, I'm gonna push you around. That's basically what he did. He just pushed him around. Just pushed him around outside the fucking center octagon and was like, all right, dude, me and you are just gonna square up right now, right here, right in front of this cage. And that's where Justin Gaethje was able to do most of his damage. He was he didn't care about like any technical stuff at all. Justin Gaethje, that is. He just was throwing overhand rights, just fucking. He didn't care. He wasn't setting anything up. He didn't care to set anything up. He was just haymaker city, and it works. I mean, he won the fight. Fair play to him. I did not think that was going to go that way. I'm very happy that it did. I picked Paddy to win, but my heart didn't want him to win. My heart wanted Justin Gaethje to win. Justin Gaethje got the win, and this performance doesn't really do a lot when it comes to the Ilya Taporia matchup. It's just one of those like where it's like, congrats, Justin, and you beat Paddy Pimblett. Not a lot of people thought you were going to. You were the underdog, and fair play. You beat him, and I'm very happy that you did. But that was a fucking that's gonna be the fight of the night. That's gonna get the performance bonus. Gaethje's gonna be like 15 of 15, I think, on getting performance bonuses. He's called the highlight for a reason. We just fucking witnessed that for 25 minutes. That shit was exciting. I'd watch that again. I probably will watch that after this video is done being recorded. All right, the co-main, we have Sean O'Malley beating Song Yadong. I'm not entirely sure that Sean O'Malley won this fight. I do think that Song Yadong did enough to win this fight 2-1, that being rounds 1 and 2. Round 2 was obviously Song Yadong's round. For the most part, leg kicks was the main thing he was doing. Basically, this whole fight was leg kicks and trying to take O'Malley down. And in round 2, he was able to do both of those very well. And Sean O'Malley just wasn't able to do much. Actually, let me see that round 2. Yeah, he outstruck him, took him down. For the most part, just did everything that you would want him to do. Round 3, obviously a Sean O'Malley round. Sean O'Malley was just now piecing Song Yadong up. That's what I thought was going to happen, was a feeling out process in round 1. Round 2, Sean O'Malley would start it, and then round 3, he would finish the fight. He didn't finish the fight. He still got the win. Do I think he deserves the win? No, I think that Song Yadong won round 1. I mean, basically equal on total strikes. Song Yadong had a takedown for like only 45 seconds, but I just felt like the leg kicks from Song Yadong were more effective than O'Malley's jab in the first round, and I thought that Song Yadong did enough to win this fight. I do think they both did enough to win this fight. It's just one of those where someone has to lose, and I thought that Song Yadong did just a little bit more to win. Am I gonna call it a robbery? Not at all, because it was just a very close fight that you can't really, depends on the judge of the 3 judges to see like what matters more for them when it comes to the first round, and the judges saw it as Sean O'Malley landing more of the jabs, the 2s was more important than the Song Yadong hard low kicks and the takedown to end the round. I'm not mad at it. What I will say is I will be mad if Sean O'Malley gets a title shot before Merab now. We'll get to the Umar Nurmagomedov fight, but I don't think that either of them have earned the shot to jump Merab Dvalishvili for the title fight next in the bantamweight division. I do think they will have to have another fight, or at least if I'm Sean O'Malley, you're not going to get the title fight next, but you, after the whole Merab and Pyotr Yan thing situated, you probably will get the next title shot in like late 2025 or 2026. What the fuck? But yeah, I do think that Song Yadong should have gotten this hand raised. Not mad at it. Both of them deserve to win. I'm not going to cry robbery, but that's just how I saw it. All right, next we have the feature bout. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. This was supposed to be like a fucking insane matchup. You see what the fuck Derek Lewis did? He fucking shit the bed. He did nothing. He straight up just did nothing this fight at all. You just saw the speed difference immediately. Waldo Cortez Acosta was just so much faster than him. And even the way that the fight ended was just like, oh my gosh, Derek Lewis, what the fuck, man? Where Derek Lewis just like gave up. He just like gave up. There's no other way around it. Derek Lewis just gave up. He got kicked, and then he just fell, and then he was like, all right, just come finish this fight, dude. I'm not trying to get this shit. This fight's over for me. Let's get it over with. And Cortez Acosta was just like, all right, cool. Just started throwing elbows, and the ref had to stop it. That's basically all that happened. Was just Waldo Cortez Acosta was just much faster than Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis was like, I can't land anything on him. And then mid-second round, we're just like, fuck it, dude. This fight's done. Just come fucking finish me. And whoa, pause. And Waldo Cortez Acosta finished Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis will not be finishing in his wife. There was no interview of like him doing anything. This was just like Derek Lewis, like, I give up. This is like a Derek Lewis, like Anthony Smith kind of performance. For the most part, Waldo Cortez Acosta will probably be fighting Volkov next. I'd assume so. That makes sense to me. I don't know exactly. The fucking heavy division is so cooked. All right, next we have Natalia Silva beating Rose Namajunas. Um, this was a robbery, but it's a robbery that I'm not mad at. you know, it's a robbery, but I'm not mad at just because like I do think Natalia Silva only won round 3, and Rose Namajunas technically on the scorecards should have won it, 29-28. But like even like the rounds that Rose Namajunas won was fucking terrible. Like none of them did shit. I guess now looking at the stats, I guess Natalia Silva did better in the first round. It just didn't seem that way. And then yeah, Rose Namajunas is just fucking I don't understand anymore. I don't know how she fucking beat all the fucking goats at strawweight. It makes no sense to me. But round 2 she did alright. Takedown. But round 3, and the reason why I'm like, it may be a robbery, but I don't care. It's because Natalia Silva literally just fucking dominated when she actually started trying. Like, when she actually was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to walk forward and just, like, throw my shit. She just cooked Rose Namajunas for 5 minutes. So, scorecard-wise, yes, Rose Namajunas probably should have won the fight. But looking at the fight as a whole, Natalia Silva just fucking cooked her. And it's basically just off 5 minutes of the fight. I'm not mad at this at all. I think that Natalia Silva is going to get the title shot next. I don't think she's going to win because Valentina Shevchenko is just going to fucking smudge grapple her and just like ruin the fucking main event or like the main card like how she always does. She fucking sucks. But yeah, this is a fight where it's like it probably was a robbery, but I don't care. I don't care because like at the end of the day, like you watch the fight and you're like, okay, so that person did much better against that person. And that's how I saw it. But yeah, it's whatever, robbery, but it's whatever, dude. It's a robbery that I won't care about because I do think that Silva performed better in this fight overall. All right, Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva, the battle of the autistics. And Gene Silva proved to have just a little bit more autism than Arnold Allen. And I thought this was going to be fight of the night. It won't be. But this was a great scrap. Just a great thing. Great scrap. Arnold Allen won round 1. I thought pretty convincingly. I know he had that 30-27 scorecard is just downright wrong. Gene Silva only won like 20 seconds of that round. If that. But yeah, Arnold Allen won round 1. Round 2 and 3 were obviously Gene Silva rounds or John Silva rounds. Round 3 especially was a great round for Gene Silva, where he just kind of started being like, you know, Arnold Allen, I'm just better than you. I just figured that out. He figured it out like mid-second round. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just better than this guy. I'm just gonna do whatever I want now. And that's exactly what he did. Arnold Allen, of course, though, was not down. He was down for a scrap, and that's what we got. Arnold Allen just really feels bad because he's like probably like there's like tier 1 of the featherweights where it's like Volkanovski, Lopez, Movsar, like Murphy, Silva, and like Sterling. And then tier 2 is like Arnold Allen, Yusuf Salau, Steve Garcia, where it's just like any given day he can like beat one of them, but at the same time he could also lose like Steve Garcia, which isn't a bad thing because like he's pretty good, but it sucks because like he looked really good and you could tell he got tired in round 3. He was getting tired in round 3. And let's see, like yeah, he was throwing less. I mean, that was the round where it was like, this is it, dude. And Gene Silva came in and was like, you know, I'm just going to win this fight right here, right now. And that's exactly what he did. Hard combos. And you just saw it the whole time. It was like Arnold Allen would like land a 3-punch combination and it wouldn't really do much to Silva. But then Silva would land like one right hand and Arnold Allen would be like flying around. So it was just, the power really played into the whole like, way the fight was scored. That's probably why they gave round 1 to Silva, just because like that 10 to 15 second like fucking barrage of punches and like kicks and knees probably did more damage than what Arnold Allen did for the first like 4.5 minutes. But yeah, it just really sucks when your opponent just has so much more power than you that they don't really need to do as much as you do to win the fight. I know I'm saying that when like Silva threw more punches, but like you could just tell for the most part that Allen was like having to do more than Gene Silva and was still like getting less of a good outcome, which sucks. But this was a great scrap. Another fight that I'm gonna rewatch after this recording's done. But all right, let's go to the prelims now. Umar Nurmagomedov defeated the washed-up version of Deiveson Figueiredo pretty easily for the most part. It was not like a hard fight. Deiveson Figueiredo literally did nothing. I think he forgot that he's a fighter. You know, like I think Deiveson Figueiredo forgot that I'm supposed to like try to hurt my opponent because he didn't do anything at all. And Umar had the easiest way to win ever, which was like kick at range. You know, once in a while throw a jab, once in a while right hand, and then just like boom, take him down. That was all the game plan was. It was literally kick at range, either calf kick or like that head kick with the lead leg. That fucking Joe Rogan was like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. The way he kicks that was very different. That's a terrible fucking Joe Rogan impersonation. I'm terrible at that. But yeah, he was just like coming each time Umar was like throwing that lead head kick. And Figueiredo did jack shit. He did nothing this fight. He is 38, I think. So like he is getting up there in age. He's definitely not the same guy who like fought Brandon Moreno those 4 times. This is a fight that Umar needed to finish them though, because you can tell that Deiveson Figueiredo is not that same fighter anymore. And if Umar wants that title shot, he's got to be like, I'm gonna just fuck this guy up and get a finish. And he didn't really fully try for that, which is kind of weird when like you need this fight if you win. Because here's the thing. If he finished Deiveson Figueiredo and Sean O'Malley performed the way that he did today, Deiveson Figueiredo would have jumped at least Sean O'Malley for the next title shot. Maybe not quite Merab, but he would have jumped up again over O'Malley. Instead, he's still like staying put as like you're the third option for a title shot. Because Umar needed to do more in this fight, and he got the win, which is obviously the goal for any fighter, but it wasn't in like a fashion that's like domination and that people are gonna be talking about tomorrow when it comes to like, all right, we're gonna make the next opponent for these guys. It's not gonna be one of those things where it's like you gotta give him this person. He's up next for the title shot. No, he's probably gonna have to fight down again. Or you could give him like Sean O'Malley if you really want to just see who's going to be the true number 1 contender. But yeah, Deiveson Figueiredo, I think we saw the last of him. He's not going to be. And if he is, he's going to go against like really, really like low ranking guys. And yeah, I just don't think he should be. He looked really bad this fight against Umar. And Umar is a very good fighter, but Figueiredo did literally nothing for 15 minutes. At all. But yeah, it's whatever. Umar wins. It's not going to do a whole lot when it comes to his title picture. But you need to win when you need to win. All right, Ateba Gutierrez goes to the scorecards for the first time in the UFC against Andrei Puliev. And Puliev had a fucking y'all must have forgot kind of fight where he just like he outstruck him first of all. Where it was like, if Ateba Gutierrez just wasn't... The problem was Puliev was outstriking him, I think in like each round. But Gutierrez was like constantly, like if he landed, he would knock him down. He didn't land a lot, but whenever he did, it was like, all right, Puliev, you're going to go to the ground here. But this was overall just like one of those performances where it's like, Gutierrez got tired, and you could tell. And Joe Rogan was like, he's fucking tired, guys. He wouldn't shut up about it. Yes, Jorgen, we do notice that Ateba Gutierrez is getting tired, in fact, in round 3. But, yeah, he got... Puliev just, like, found a way to, like, stay within that fight, and it was actually in a really easy way. Ateba Gutierrez was only throwing jab, straight right for, like, the first 2 rounds. And when it landed devastating. It fucking ruined Puliev. but it rarely landed. So it was just like Ateba just like trying to throw the same combination for the 18th consecutive time, and then he wasn't able to like cut Pulia from like going, because Pulia was like, all right, if I'm going to my right, Ateba Gutierrez left, I'm fine. And that's literally all he did the whole fight. And whenever he was doing that, it was like Gutierrez was like, I can't fucking touch him. Well, yeah, because you're not cutting the fucking octagon. If you do that, this fight's over in round 1 or 2. And you saw he fumbled so many like finishing moments where he had Puliev hurt, and Ateba would just get tired and he'd be like, I can't fucking throw anymore, dude. I'm tired, dude. And yeah, this is a fight where it's like Puliev was a solid guy. He is a good fighter. It's just that like you're not supposed. No one cared about you. You weren't supposed to like go 3 rounds. And now the talking point is like, all right, Puliev, shout out to you for giving Attila Gutierrez a hard fight. And Gutierrez, it's like you are still young. You are they say you're 23. It's like that one photo of the fucking baseball player with the sign saying "I am 12." That's what you are. It seems to me like you're not 23, dude. Not at all, dude. There's no way you're like only 4 years older than me, dude. Don't do that. Don't ruin my life like that, dude. But yeah, this was just a fight where it's like, okay, Gutierrez did what you needed to do, just wasn't in a spectacular way, and thank you, Pulia, for making it happen that way. All right, next fight, Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. I got this fight wrong. I thought that Modestas would just catch Krylov coming in because that's what's happened in Krylov's last 2 fights. I got that wrong. Krylov performed really well. He wasn't running in, which is a great thing to do, is not run into your opponent. And he got the finish, last second finish, which is really nice. But yeah, Modestas did literally, he never started the fight. And by the time that he kind of was starting the fight, Krylov already had won every single minute of the fight, and it's like, this fight's over, dude. And then Krylov made sure the fight was over by finishing the fight last second with 3 seconds left in the fight. Yeah, Krylov just overall did really well. He very great kicks from kicking range. Yeah, it was just overall he had a really good performance against Modestas. I'm trying to remember the whole fight. I don't write notes. I just usually watch the fight. But yeah, for the most part, Krylov just like made this fight really simple for him and pretty much just like dominated this whole fight. It was not close. Like in round 1, yeah, he just kind of schooled him. Modestas couldn't land on him at all, really, and Krylov just had fun with this fight. Which is great because he lost 2 back-to-back by way of knockout against Dominic Reyes, and I want to say Bogdan Guskov was the other one. Or it was the same fucking way. Krylov just ran in, immediately got KO'd in this fight. He was smart, stayed put, stayed with the game plan, didn't rush in. He did rush in at times, but Modestas just doesn't have that one-punch knockout power that Guskov does, to where, like, if you run in one time, this fight's going to be over. Because Krylov, when he did run in, he was still landing the better shots compared to what Modestas was able to do. Overall, this was a good performance by Krylov. He said he wanted to fight Jan Blachowicz. You're not getting that. You probably would have to fight, like, give him Jamal Hill. Give Krylov Jamal Hill and let's just see let's just see what the fuck happens there. You know? And yeah, it's basically just Krylov just finally just wasn't running into his opponent, and he did pretty well. All right, next fight. Alex Perez finishes Charles Johnson in the first round with a nasty combination. I think it was like a right hand followed by a lead hook. And that was like a minute and a half into the fight, and the next minute was just like Charles Johnson trying his absolute best to like be like, no, I'm good. I ain't hurt. I'm good, dude. That shit didn't even land. When like his eyes rolled back as soon as he got fucking clipped with his nice left hook by Perez. Um, this is another fight that I got wrong. I got a lot of these fights wrong, I think. Charles Johnson just turns into Charles Johnson against like an undefeated prospect. He could beat GSP probably. Charles Johnson is the same level of GSP when it comes to like fighting like these like unranked like undefeated like prospects. But whenever it comes to fighting someone who's like, they got some wins, they have some losses in the UFC. That he's like he shits the bed, and that's what happened here. Obviously, I want to shout out Perez for this performance. Very clean performance. Basically got in there and then got out. He was fighting like he had fucking shit to do the rest of the day, and yeah, nice win for Perez. Charles Johnson, you gotta fucking Charles Johnson. You're going back to fighting unranked prospects again, and for Perez, you can fight up now. You got this fight. You won. You could probably get like, where the fuck is Steve Ursig at, dude? I haven't heard shit about Steve Ursig in a long ass time. Fucking give fucking Alex Perez Steve Ursig now, just because. Why not? Why not, dude? But yeah, this was a fight that happened it was a very simple fight. It was just like Perez just like lands a clean combination, hurts Johnson, and then Johnson is like trying his best to be like, he's trying his best to survive. And at some point, it was just like, enough's enough. The fight's over. You're not gonna recover. And they called it off. It was a great stoppage for the most part. I would have liked it to happen a little earlier than that, but it was a good stoppage. All right, going to the early prelims. Josh Hokett just mauled Denzel Freeman. I don't think Denzel Freeman landed a shot. He didn't land a fucking shot. Oh, fuck. He didn't land a single strike. 71-0. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Josh Hokett just fully dumb. Within the first 10 seconds, Josh Hokett already took down Denzel Freeman and was like fucking him up. This fight was so funny because it was just like so one-sided. And then obviously after the fight, fucking Josh Hokett, it was like, Brittany Griner's not even a woman. Brittany Griner's a man. Where did that even come from? Where he's just like, you know what, fuck you. Brittany Griner's not even a fucking woman. Like, what do you say fuck me for? Like, that's how Brittany Griner was. Like, what the fuck, man? I did nothing to you. And then he called out the Dominican Poppy himself, Wado Cortez Acosta, for like being like, yo, you have so many kids and you don't fuck around with them. That was a post fight. During the fight, he literally just mauled Denzel Freeman. There's no other way to explain it. He just mauled him from start to finish. The fight wasn't close at all. As you can see from the fact that it was 71 strikes to 0. How the fuck do you not land a strike in 5 minutes? Heavyweight, man, the heavyweight division is so shit. This makes no sense. He won a fight. He's 7-1 going into this fight, I believe. And then he gets fucking nothing. Obviously, Josh Hokett, 49er legend, I believe. I think he played for the Niners. But yeah. Hall of Fame NFL player turned UFC prospect. Josh Hokett comes in and just schools his first 2 opponents. And then the stoppage, like DC was like, man, let him at least go to round 2. They would have stopped before then. No, this guy literally, he's gave up. He sat down. There's literally a moment where he did the Lionheart. He did the Anthony Smith crawl into a ball method, like midway through the first round. Like he was literally Lionheart Smith, where it was like, hey, I'm gonna lose this fight and I'm gonna quit, but you didn't finish me technically. Unless you want to say that Josh Hokett's middle fingered with like 3 seconds left in the first round was the finishing shot. That made Denzel Freeman like, all right, you know what? I give up. He just fucking flipped me off. I don't want this bullshit no more. But yeah, Anthony Smith, we're good, dude. We have Denzel Freeman now, all right? Anthony Smith, we are good. We have Denzel Freeman now. But yeah, it was also just a very funny fight to just watch Denzel Freeman. Him and fucking Derek Lewis. Just seeing both these heavyweight fights, just like a bunch of blobs. Semi blobs, because they have some muscle, but like semi blobs, just like going at it. It was really fun. All right, the first fight on the card, Adam Fugit versus Ty Miller. Ty Miller literally just schooled Fugit, and it wasn't hard. It was like easy. Ty Miller's boxing was just so much better than Adam Fugit that it was just like, all right, this makes no sense. This fight, you could see within the first 30 seconds, you could see the speed difference, the technicality of the striking, and then the power of the punches. And Ty Miller had all three of them, and it was just like, all right, how long do you think Fugit's gonna last? And I thought I was gonna go. I think I said decision for Miller. I'm not exactly sure. It was either that or like third round TKO. Yeah, it happened in the first round, or he just kept like kind of rocking Fugit. Ty Miller did, and at some point he finished the fight last second buzzer beater of the first round. He got a nasty cut. Fugit's probably only good shot was a spinning elbow straight to like the hairline, I want to say. And other than that, he got dominated, and Ty Miller just schooled Fugit in a very easy way, I want to say. Great performance by Ty Miller. He's such crisp boxing. It was levels ahead of Fugit, and I feel bad because like Fugit got like literally all of the great prospects. Like when he was in the UFC, he's one of those guys like he's not a can. He's like a level above the cans. But he's like one of those guys where it's like it goes a can, then it goes Fugit, then it goes like Neil Magny, and then it's like, all right, you got the actual contenders now. Where he's like, in order to face Neil Magny, you have to be an Adam Fugit kind of person. Where it's like he's not great, you are better than him, but he's just one of those guys like hard to finish. So if you do that, it's like, all right, you are a good fighter. But yeah, that is my recap of the UFC 324. What did I do on my predictions? I lost Patty's fight 1-1. I got the Sean O'Malley 1-1. I got the Cortez Acosta 2-1. I got the Silva one technically 3-1. I lost this one. I picked Arnold Allen. I was sipping that pack. Yeah, but Gene Silva won it 3-2. Umar got that. Gutierrez got that. Lost this one. That's what 5-3. Then I lost this one as well, 5-4. Damn, I went 7-4. That's not that great. Holy fuck. That's not great at all. Oh shit. I'll do better next week. Trust me, guys. Trust me. But that's gonna be all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tomorrow I'll be giving my recap on the 2 NFL games. Monday, hopefully I can get out a video. I'm not entirely sure. I'll try my best, but yeah, hopefully I can. It'll probably be like a UFC one where it's like matchmaking, like the main card fighters, and maybe like Umar, for the next opponent. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with that the football video for the recaps, and hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace.